Hello and welcome to my stamp studio. So sorry I had to start a little bit late. I had to run to the store for something really quick. But we're here now and I'm just getting my feet going here, making sure that I can see you all. So say hi, let me know that you're here. And oops, we should probably mute that. All right. So say hello and tell me where you're from. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to wait for a moment or two and I'll kind of move my screen around a little bit. We'll adjust it while we're waiting for people to hop on here. All right. So yeah, normally I have it facing me to start my Stampin' Fun and More night, but I have a really bad cold sore and it just looks horrible and I don't want to be in public with it. So I'm going to hide my face tonight. All right. So like I said, we're going to be doing 3 cards with 1 layout. Hi, Beth. Hi, Amy. Welcome. So I'm going to get started here. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to go because the cold sore on my face really hurts a lot. And so talking, eating, anything really hurts. So I will do my best tonight. Here is my inspiration. And I found this card, I believe on Pinterest. And from Ida Van Schlackwijk. I don't even know how to say her name. I probably slaughtered it, so I'm sorry, Ida. But yeah, I found this card and I was like, oh, I love it because I simply love the Beach Days stamp set. So I'm coordinating it with some of my favorite paper right now. And I've been using this paper like crazy. And right now this paper is actually on sale for 15% off. So I'm going to tell you right now, it's on low inventory, which means it's probably not going to be available for very long. So if you like this paper, I really encourage you to put your order in right away and get it, because who knows how long it'll take to get back in. But here are some of the patterns, and it is double-sided. It is 12 by 12. I have mine cut down to 6 by 12, just so I can work with the patterns and stuff. So it's easier to show you that way. So we're going to be using this all night, and we're going to get started on the layouts. So let's get going here. And again, this is on sale. It's 15% off. It's called Country Woods, and I will put the host code, I mean not the host code, the item number in the comments right now. Country Woods DSP, and it is 163393. So if you like that, make sure you put your order in as soon as possible. It is on low inventory. So usually that means within a day or two it's back ordered. Okay, so I'm using my Stylish Shapes to cut out some circles. In fact, I'll probably have to cut out another couple as we go. So I'm just going to put these up here. I actually have 2 sets of Stylish Shapes because I use it so much. So when I'm cutting for a class, it makes it so much easier for me to have 2 sets. All right, and now I'm just getting out my extra pieces here. And we're going to be playing around with a couple different stamp sets and dies. So the first one that we're going to use is going to be our Seaside Wishes. Now I'm taking navy and I'm coordinating with this. You know, actually, I originally started with navy. I'm going to switch it out to be Pebbled Path. I just think that will be a much better color to work with here. So let me just get my Pebbled Path here. It is one of our in colors. It's one of the 2325 in colors. So what does that mean? It just means that with the new catalog in 2025, it will be a retired color. So those colors stay around for 2 years, and then after that, they retire. So I'm just going to simply score this at 5.5. Make sure I get my scoring blade back in there. All right. So let's score this at 5.5. And I can make 2 cards at a time by doing this. So we're going to be cutting at 4 1/4. So my piece is 4 1/4 by 11. So I'm only going to use one of them right now. I'm going to put these extra bases that I have right up here. That way I can pull them as I'm going to use them. All right. So I'm not going to be using my my embossing folder. I will be using the dies, but I love this embossing folder. I'm kind of sad that I haven't been able to really play around with this and do a class with it. I may still do it even though it's the end of summer. I still think these make some very tranquil and peaceful cards, and we all sometimes need a little peace in our lives, am I right? So let's just put this back in here for now, since I'm not going to be using that. All right, we'll put it off to the side. I've got a piece of the Designer Series paper, and I have a larger piece than I need. I just really wanted to kind of get some ideas on what colors and where I want that to be positioned. So the next thing I need is I need a piece of basic white, and this measures 5 by 4 1/4. So let's get that out. I'm going to need a piece of cardstock as well for a layer. And I think we're going to go ahead and use our wild wheat. So this piece here needs to be 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So I need to just cut this down a little bit. Oh, there it is. I was like, where did my cutting blade go? It just disappeared on me. So I'm just actually cutting this on my lap. And here we go. All right. Well, now my iPad decides to turn on. What a goofy thing. All right. So again, this is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So it's just a hair bigger than this. And we're going, okay, that's a lot bigger than this. What did I not cut right? One of these are not cut like the other. Okay, this should be 4 1/8. Let's see. Yep, that's 4 1/8. What is this one? Oh, that's the wrong size. That's why. Okay. Let's just cut another piece. We're just going to cut this one to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Which actually works out really good because I needed a strip of 1/2 inch paper. So we're just going to cut this one down too, and that way I have my next card ready. All right. We're going to be using this, and hopefully that will fit our sentiment. Sometimes, you know, you run into a situation where it doesn't. So I'm going to take another little scrap here that I have. I'm going to cut a 3/4 inch strip, and we'll see which one I need. All right. Oh, I need this out still. And so then our Designer Series paper here, I need one more piece to be 5 1/4 by, I'm going to go with 3 3/4, and I'll show you why in just a moment. So it's 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. Make sure it's 5 1/4. All right, and now I need a piece of this Designer Series paper, and we're going to cut this to be 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So you just got to decide what area you like best, and that's what you're going to cut. I kind of like it going this way. So, but this way kind of works a little better too. You know what? Let's just go, what did I say, 2 3/4 inch. So I'm just turning my paper to see where I kind of like it at. Okay, I'm going to go this way. So 2 3/4, and I need it by 5 1/4. So that's tight, 2 3/4. We'll go this way. No, I don't want it that way. Sorry, I'm having dilemma today. All right, 2 3/4. I like this side better. I'm just kind of wishy-washy today. Maybe I should zoom back out my camera. Okay, so, all right, we're just going with it. So 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I just want to take off some of this end. So again, I'm just cutting my paper, I don't know, to be what kind of floats my boat as far as the pattern I want to see. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this here. So I've got my card base. I've got my layer. I've got my other layer. We're going to do these two right away. going to go ahead and put this on here. And we'll put this here. So it's been rainy here all day, rainy and misty, and not like a heavy rain, but just like a light mist. Kind of been like irritating. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pop this up on some dimensionals here. Move those out of the way. Oops. That one didn't want to get thrown away. All right. All right, I just need to close a couple things on my computer before my computer kind of crashes. All right, so here we go. We're just going to layer that on, just like that, so it's popped up. All right, we'll just put that off to the side right now. All right, so now I'm going to adhere my Designer Series paper right to the center of this cardstock. And oh, it's a little off, but that's okay. And now I'm just going to tear a little bit of an edge off. So I'm just kind of pinching along here so I can get a little bit of an edge. I mean, this is such a old school technique, I should say. But you know what? It gives a little bit of, I don't know, distressed look, kind of a weathered look to your card. There we go. You don't have to have anything fancy to do it. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and just put this right on top of our card. So if you wanted to make that a little smaller, you can. It's up to you, you know, up to whatever size of Designer Series paper you have on hand. Maybe you only have a 2-inch strip. Well, you can do it with 2 inches too. All right. And this card size does not matter. All right. Okay, there we go. Make sure I've got it going the right way. All right. So now we're going to do some decorating of our card. So I've got my largest circle, my stylish shaped dies. I'm going to be putting it off to the side just a little bit. I'm going to bring in some white cardstock here, and I'm going to stamp a couple of my starfish there. My starfish and my sand dollar. So I'm going to pull in my Pebbled Path. Right, and my Wild Wheat. And I just want to add just a touch of color, so I think I'm going to bring in Boho Blue. Not sure why I went this route, but I kind of did. All right, so we're going to just leave that there. We're going to take our... Now, we do have other dies that are with this. So, when you look at your dies, you have this, and this is used for the embossing folder. All right. And that will not only cut, but it will also emboss your shapes too. So right now, I'm going to grab my Boho Blue paper, and I'm going to cut out a couple of... If I can get this pulled off, I'm going to be doing this. Oh my gosh, I can't peel anything today. This, and we'll be doing the sand dollar. All right. I mean the starfish, you know what it is. And we'll probably be using that too. So let's just do this for right now. Grab this out. Okay. I do want to grab a scrap piece of Wild Wheat as well, because I'm going to be using that for our starfish there. Not our starfish, a sand dollar. I don't know why I keep calling it a starfish. I don't know what my deal is. Oh, look, and I have another piece, so we can use that piece instead of this one. All right, let's see if I got a piece of Wild Wheat here. I sure do. All right. The Wild Wheat is a pretty bold color. Not bright, but bold. So I want to tone it down. That's why I'm going to use these more delicate shapes here. And I'm going to die cut those out. And I do want to stamp, though, with my... We're going to try out the Pebbled Path. And I'm going to grab a block here. Move those two things out of my way. And I'm going to grab my larger sand dollar. Is that going to work? Yeah, that should work. Grab this larger sand dollar. All right, now I'm going to bring a scrap piece of paper. And I have a feeling this is going to be pretty dark. I want to see how it's going to look. Yeah, that's the color I want. All right, so let's ink this up. Now, notice that there's kind of a distressed look to that. That is how the stamp is supposed to look. It's not because I didn't get enough ink on there. It's because that's the design. So stamp that off, and I'm going to stamp that right here. All right, just like that. Yep, that's what I wanted. All right, might as well go ahead, and we're going to stamp our sand dollars right over. Okay, I'm mixing them up. You know, the other thing I want to stamp. Oh my goodness. I don't know what is with me today. Okay, I'm in pain, that's why. Just can't really concentrate on a lot. It's been a tough day. All right, where did my mat go? I've got my silicone mat, which is not what I was really needing. I was needing my stamping mat. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Like that and that. Let's just peel that piece off. So I'm going to grab our larger starfish and our smaller starfish. Okay. We'll stamp one right here. And we'll stamp this one right here. All right. We'll grab our die cut machine. And then we'll figure out where we're going to put our sentiments in just a few moments. There is one other thing I wanted to look at here. Sometimes the simplest means the most. I think I kind of like that sentiment. All right, going back to die cutting. Let's get that going. Let's get our little pieces here. Where did I put that other one? Here it is. And these. Move this out of the way. Those out of the way. All right. So for this one, I am going to end up using my larger die cut machine. So I think we're going to try and zoom out again here. I'm going to adjust the camera, so bear with me. There we go. That way you can see where I'm die cutting. Okay, we're just doing our plates now. And get that piece off from before. So we've got two of those. We've got this. You just got to move your little... All I'm doing is moving my sand dollar around, my starfish around, just so I get it laid out on there. Oh, there goes my plate. All right. And once I find how it wants to sit, I'm going to take a little piece of my Post-it note tape and put it there. Just because my plate is pretty warped and it will bounce all over the place. So then, again, you just need to turn your die till it fits your image there. And that looks like it's not it. All right, so there is this little crooked end there. Notice a little crooked end on your die, so that's the way it's going to go. That's the way, I like it. Sorry, it goes to this one. There. All right. Now we're going to cut. Slide that back just a little bit. All right, we're running that through. I just need to get it going here. Now, I probably should have used my adhesive sheets, but I didn't. Let's see, I need one more thing cut out. So I'm just going to put this over here for right now, this right here. I need to cut out my sand dollar. I could fussy cut it. It's not too bad to fussy cut, but got my die cut machine right here. I may as well do it, right? All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just moving this around till I find where it fits. Okay, right there. Perfect. All right. Oop, not that tight. So now I just need to make sure it's sitting on my plate. All right, there. Is that it? No, that's not it. Kind of looks like it. All right, we're going with it. That's where it's going to cut. So we'll slide that in. And I'm not going to run it all the way through because I don't have paper over there. I'm just going to run it part way. Now I'll go back. All right, so our die cutting for this one is done. Put my dies away here. Oh, did that not cut through all the way? It did not. All right. I'm going to run that through again. Just because it didn't quite go. I'm going to get my small one here. So now when I run into this problem, what I do is, when I'm layering this back on, I go about kind of just getting this there. And I kind of move this until it kind of fits in right in place. You'll feel it kind of catch for where it cut before. I'm just trying to move my plate here. So you'll feel it kind of catch. So you can redo it. Otherwise, hey, just go ahead and cut another spot out. Okay, there we go. All right, let's just run that through again. Oh, that just moved. Oh, well. We're going to try it and see what happens. I might have to recut that smaller one. We'll see. We'll see how well I lined it up. Oh, it looks like I did pretty good. All right. And things are sticking to my arm. All right. So if you didn't see your email, I am having a tent sale on Sunday. Make sure to tell your friends about it. I am having crafting supplies. I'm having my 31 totes. I'm having card making supplies, stamp sets, dies, bundles, you name it. I am getting rid of it. I need to clear out my studio, and so I need to have that sale. I also will have, if you're not a stamper, you just like to watch and, you know, check it out. I will also have little bags ready. Actually, they're not little. They're larger bags of 20 cards, 20 finished cards. And they're all sorted. And you can get those. So, okay. So, there we go. Now, I got a lot of mess here. So, let me just clean that up. Okay. All right. We can get these pieces off. So I'm going to try to put things away right away as we go so that I can get to the next card faster. And last little die. So it's taking me a little bit longer to make the card actually, just because I'm putting things away as I go. All right, there we go. That's done. That's done. We can put this back in its little home. Put it right in the case. And we'll leave the stamp set out because I'm still working with that. All right. Okay, we'll bring in our card base again. We have this, and we have this one. And kind of similar to another card I did before. Just gotta figure out where you want your little pieces here, you know? Like that. And let's get out those extra little pieces. There we go. All right, I'm gonna put that right in front. Okay, kind of like that, just like that. Now I still need my sentiment, so let's pull back to this one. And it's gonna say, let's see, you absolutely made my day. That's something one of my best friends said all the time. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's like her favorite word. So I'm just looking for a scrap piece here. I guess these other two pieces I don't think will fit. Let's see. Will it fit on there? It sure will. Woohoo! It's like I just won the lottery. Not really, but, you know. I love when that works out that way. All right, so I'm just going to pop that on there. And I think I'm going to go with my Pebbled Path. All right, so how are you liking this layout so far? I'd love to be able to show, you know, how you can use one design and use it multiple ways. Because, hey, we buy our supplies, you know, we want to be able to use them. So this is a great way for me to show you how you can use whatever stamp sets you have. All right. So I'm going to just trim this down. I probably could have even done that 1/2-inch strip, but because now I got to figure out where I'm going to put. I'm going to put it right in the middle. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move all that up. Let's go ahead and get this all put together here. So I'm going to actually take my liquid glue and I'm just going to put some on the top portion here of that sand dollar. I'm just putting little dots on there. There we go. Just so I have it kind of where I want it. All right, this is going to get dimensionals. And these two are going to go right on my circle here. This one's going to go right on the bottom. So really, any stamp set you have will work with this. Any designer series paper. Use what you got, ladies. And the designer series paper's on sale, so use what you got so you can get some extra. All right, and we're going to put that one right here. So this one I won't have to worry about as much if I have this laid right. I'm going to put another dimensional right there so I can hold that in place. All right. That way I don't have to worry about putzing around with my glue. And I have, you know, it's funny, my adhesive sheets are right over there. So I don't know why I don't remember to use them, but I always forget. So if you got your adhesive sheets, use them, ladies and gents. All right, there we go. Let's get our sentiment here. Now, I just need to pop up my sentiment over on this side. Do that. We'll add a little bit of liquid glue over on this end. You absolutely made my day. Ooh, and I forgot to glue down my circle there. Whoopsie, what was I thinking? All right, so I just need to put a little adhesive over here. There we go. Okay. There. So it kind of curls up a little bit, but that's okay. It gives some kind of depth to the card. I'm just going to add a little bit more liquid glue over here in this corner. Just so it sits down. Okay. There we go. All right. I don't have to add embellishments if I don't want to. I don't have to add ribbon. Just a simple, clean layout. Now, if you didn't have the dies for this, you could actually cut anything out. So the whole gist is you have your 2 layers, your little strip layer, you have some sort of circle punch or something, or even a square, and then you just lay your focal images right on top of it. All right. So that's one. I've got this little easel here. I'm going to put these on my little easel so that when I'm done, I can bring back in all these cards. And wouldn't you know it, I put my original card somewhere so I don't even see it. Where did I put it? It must have fallen on the floor. Okay, well, that's just weird. Oh, here it is. Okay. Sorry. I wanted to just put my cards there so I have them in a row. All right, let's go ahead and clean this mess up. Get these all cleaned off, and then we're going to pull in our country birdhouse. This is going to be our next project. So let's get these all clean so I can put my stamps away and put them back in their home. With trying to get ready for that tent sale, I've got to have my area cleaned up here because otherwise I won't be able to find everything I want to get out there. And I have a lot of stuff I want to get rid of. And it's not that I want to get rid of it. It's just I need to find a new home for it. Because with the new catalog, the new mini catalog, I've got a lot of different things coming in for that. So I just need to have space. So, so my loss, your gain. The sale is from 1 to 4 on Saturday. Or Sunday, I'm sorry. 1 to 4 on Sunday. Tell your friends about it. Bring them along. For every $20 that you spend, you're going to be getting an extra little gift. You get to pick from my gift box. All right, there we go. Done with that stamp set. Woohoo, 2 stamps down. All right, let's move these out of the way. Let's actually put them right back in their home since it's right behind me. All right, next. So this one, I'm using my country birdhouse, and I already stamped my birdhouse on a piece of the designer series paper. This I need to use for the other project. All right, so I've got that one, and we're pulling our navy here, and I want to have a different color, so I'm going to actually pull in. We're going to pull in gray granite. Get my piece of gray granite here. Okay. My eyes are really tired tonight too, so I can't tell the difference between gray granite and smoky slate. There's my gray granite. That will be for my strip. And my other piece of gray granite is where? So I've got all my half pieces here. Is that gray granite? No. That's smoky slate. So sometimes, like I said, my eyeballs are just not good. Okay, that's smoky slate. All right, so we'll have to cut a piece of gray granite. Just when I think I have all my pieces ready to go. Yeah, that's one of those days. Okay, that's smoky slate. I've been using gray granite a lot lately. So I'm actually almost at the point that I have to reorder it. Okay. I feel like gray granite kind of goes with everything. Gray granite could have definitely gone with that other card too. All right, so this piece, again, needs to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. All right. And then we have our white that's 4 by 5 1/4. So again, just adding that little layer. This piece here needs to be, got those layers. This needs to be 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And this piece needs to be, you know what, we're just going to leave it like this. We're just going to adhere it on and we'll just tear it. If you wanted to cut it down to size, like a 3 3/4 would work great. I'm just going to use that. Alright, so we're just going to tear this down the edge here. Oh, I cut it a little close. Okay, well, I'm going to have to really pay attention to what I'm doing there. I don't know why I started so close on that edge. Probably because I had a much larger strip to work with, so I was thinking I had more to grab. I don't know what I did. All right. Let's get these pieces assembled. Where's my... I have one side that's a little rougher than the other. Here, this must be it. Hello, Barbara. So, as we're going through this, is anything running through your head, like what stamp set you could use to make this card? I'd love to know what kind of what stamp sets you think would be great for this layout. Really, anything would. I think the 2 market and having the little grocery bag there would be awesome. I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. I thought I had a much fuller sheet here, but I guess not. I don't know what I did with it. It's just weird. I didn't think I went through that many already. That's just like in 2 days. I've been busy here in the studio. I'm actually getting ready for a Stamp-A-Stack that will be in, that will be at the end of the month. It'll be a Wednesday night, the last Wednesday of the month. So you make 10 cards, 5 different designs, 2 of each. It'll either be $25 or free with a minimum purchase. Okay, so there we go. And now we've got, on this one, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I have that white, but I think the white will just be too much. So I think I'm going to go with a different color stylish shape here. So let's see. I think I want to go with something a little more subtle, but lighter. All right. So whenever I don't know, I grab my little bin here of my colors, and I go from there. So, no. You know, I might just go for a totally different look. That's tempting. That really is. And this is basic beige. I feel like going a little bolder than that, so. Ooh, I kind of like that. For some reason, I like blues and greens together. I don't know what it is, but I do. All right, so let's die cut that real quick. We're going to die cut our birdhouse. I'm sure there's going to be something else I'm going to die cut when I'm thinking about it too. Oh, look, I already have a little bird colored. So we'll die cut the bird out. All right, so we've got our die. And we've got our bird. And I kind of want to, we're just going to go with this. I could step it up more by adding a little bit more to the front of my birdhouse, but I think we're just going to go with what we have. I got the circle die. I do want to add a little color to this. So I'm going to just pull in my blends, and I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the yellow bird, I think, just because it's cute. It looks like the little finches that fly around my driveway. But I do want to add some color here. So let's grab our Old Olive. I'm going to grab my light Old Olive here. And I am just going to color in right here. If you have markers, you can color on your designer series paper. You know, if it's lighter, you can color on anything. I just, like I said, I always like blends just because I feel like I get a nice smooth color going all the way across. And I'm going to grab Pecan Pie now. And I'm going to put the I'm going to grab my brush end here. We'll switch that out, make it faster. Just got to be a little careful when you're coloring, you know, because this will bleed. The paper is absorbing that color in, so depending on how absorbent your paper is, will depend if it bleeds. All right, I do like that. I think we'll use the dark pecan for the inside. So we're going to give it a little bit of, we'll go like this far with the dark pecan. I do turn my paper a lot when I color. No perch there. And now I'll come back in with my light pecan. There we go. I feel like I need a little bit more of the dark just to kind of give myself a little bit of depth inside that. All right. And then we'll go back and we'll color the pecan down here. All right. I like doing this with the blends because it almost makes it look like a wood grain here. I could, you know, have trimmed off when I cut this out with a die. I could have taken another piece of the wood grain and actually cut that out and just put it on top, but we're going with it just like this. All right, so we've got our circle, we've got our house, and we should have a bird. There it is, and a bird. All right, let's get die cutting this. This is actually, these cards are actually pretty quick to do. I mean, once you have your pattern that you like, it's not bad to just crank some out. And if you're cutting one, hey, you know, cut for 2 or cut for 4. Makes it so much easier on yourself later on. All right, so we've got this one. And I think I can fit the circle on here. We'll see. Maybe not. Okay, so we'll get that in the bird. Into bird. Now, what did I do with my... I had that Post-it note tape. What did I do with it? Boop. Oh well. I guess we'll grab out another piece. Now, my cutting plate is really warped, so that's why I'm using a Post-it note tape. It just holds that in place, and I don't have to worry about it moving on me, because it does. You know, I should just really grab out a new plate, but just like the rest of you, I'm going to use it until I can't use it anymore. I'm no different than all of you. All right. Let's run that through. Take those 2 off. We'll run our circle through. And you could use whatever shapes. Like, I think even the countryside corners, that would be a great die to use as well. I'm just kind of sticking with what that original card was using. So let's see how well I did on my die cutting. Not too bad. The bird will be the actual... Yeah. All right. Okay, let's bring in our card again. Put this here. This here. This one's just going to be a little bit simpler than the other ones. Just a nice quick card, and let's see what kind of sentiment we have here. Let's see. We're just going to go with happy birthday. I always need a birthday card. That, and I have a 1/2-inch strip of white, so that's why. That's the sentiment that's going to fit. All right, so happy birthday. And I'm going to stamp it with, I'm going to stamp it with navy to kind of coordinate with my cardstock in the back. Ooh. So here we go. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. All right. Oh, close that. Okay. Now this one, I think I am going to just grab out some embellishments here to put on. Just because it's a much simpler card, I feel like I need something. I feel like I need a little bling bling. I'm going to pop everything up on dimensionals as well. So bring our dimensionals in. That always adds life to your card. Let's see. We can use those. All right. Bling. What do I want for bling? I'm just looking. Ooh, those would be perfect. That green right there. Yep. Digging that. All right. Let's go ahead and pop all this up. So this is a card that will need some extra postage because we're going to have a lot of things being popped up. And by extra postage, I mean it needs the hand metered one because it'll be more than a 1/4 inch thick. Put that there. I'm going to put this one on here. So I really just need a dimensional over here. Right there. And then along the bottom. So we're going to use this strip on the bottom. And we'll put one right here. All right, and I think we can use another one right here too. All right, we'll just do that. Is that gonna be good? Yeah. I just want to make sure that my birdhouse is fully supported. Now there's some really other cute things in this stamp set and die. There's some little flowers that you can cut. There are, and this will cut out with the dies. There's some other little flowers you can stamp. If you want to add a wood grain image, there's that little wood grain image that you can add. There's a little chain if you want to have your birdhouse hanging from a chain. And then, what else for the dies? There's some extra pieces for the dies. So in this one, you have a little stand. So you could have a stand underneath your birdhouse, like kind of like that. And then we have all little pieces for the roof, and you even have a little, if you wanted to hang a little, have it hanging from something, you have a little bow there to hang it from. All right, enough talking about that. Let's just put our card together. Ooh, oh. No, don't stick there. Don't stick there. No. It's sticking to the bottom of my case. Because I got distracted. There were squirrels. Okay. There we go. There's that. I'm going to put our little bird over here. So I'm going to put a little dimensional in the back of this one. Kind of going on the side there, just because it's going to overlap to the front of my house there. Now we've got our happy birthday, so we'll just put that across like that. I don't really like those angles, so we're going to trim them off. I thought I would like it, but I don't. It happens. Yeah, and we'll just put that right across here. So I need a dimensional on the back of there. So I'm going to grab a little piece of this. Oh, what's happening there? There we go. All right, make sure I'm putting it underneath my H here. Happy birthday. And we'll put a little dot of glue right here. Come on. did that thing go? Where did my little... Where'd it go? I need to put my little cap on there. Oh dear. Where did it go? Where'd that little cap go? Sorry, I have a little cap that goes on here, and if I don't put it on, this gets dried out and causes problems. And I don't want to do that because it's full. Where did it go? It's a plastic piece. I just took it off. What the heck? There it is. My little piece snapped off, so I tend to lose it. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get our other stuff here. We'll clean my little mess up here. And we'll add our bling. Okay. Are you all still with me? Are you sleeping out there? Or just kicking back and relaxing? What do I have all over here? I must have gotten, the putty must have gotten all over the place. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. So, I mean, I could put a little dot there, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to put one here. And a small one over here. A large one over here. Yep, I like it just like that. Okay. All right, so that was our second card that we've made. So it's actually, you're going to get 4 cards tonight. Just saying. So that's 3. Why won't you stand? What's going on here? There we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, now let's grab these pieces and put them back in their home. Put the sentiment back in its home. And we can move on to our next project. Okay, I'll just put that in there for now. I'll come back to it. All right, so how many of you have started your Christmas cards? I have not. I've been waiting for our annual our winter catalog. So you should have gotten this in the mail. Mine came already. As a demonstrator, I get mine much earlier, but I always get one as a customer, so I'll know when all of you get yours. So you should have this. If you don't, just leave me a message. Just reach out to me. Let me know that you need a catalog, and I will get one sent to you. I'd love to earn your business and would appreciate it. It helps me be able to bring, you know, new and exciting products and videos to you. All right. Okay, so that was my little infomercial there. And now our last card. So I decided to bring in like stamp sets that I haven't used for a little while, but I really do have fun with them. So this is our Tune In stamp set. It is in our annual catalog. We're going to be stamping on this. I thought that kind of looked like a wood grain for a TV. You know, the old TVs back in the day, the old Zenith TVs had that wood grain to it. So you could also use this one. I haven't decided. I'm going to stamp on it and see how dark it is. I'm hoping it will show up light enough, but we'll see. If not, I'll use that one. And then... I like that one together. Okay, I'm not using that. So I'm going to pull in crumb cake. I could use pecan pie, but I think we'll use crumb cake. Let's pull in a color too. Let's make it pop a little. What color do you think we should use? I've got some pretty peacock. I've got, let's see, old olive. I've got that. I've got that. And Mostagoon. I'm thinking you have 24 made for Christmas. Oh, you go. I haven't started mine because, like I said, I just got my order in just a couple of days ago. So I've just got to figure out what I'm going to do. There's so many ideas I have. I think we're going with peacock. Okay, so I got that piece of peacock, and now I need another smaller piece. A piece of basic white. Okay. This still does not look like the right size. That looks like the right size. And peacock, where's my peacock? And wouldn't you know, I'm out of peacock. Okay. So I have all my colors. Usually when I cut something, when I'm running low, I take a sheet of each of the colors and I cut it, in 4. So I always have 4 pieces of the colors and I organize them this way. I've just been going through a lot of my stash. So I'm going to have to just sit down one day and just cut up cardstock. And I actually find that pretty relaxing. It's fun. I don't always have to think about, what I'm going to design or anything. I'm just cutting. So that when I do sit down and design, I have cardstock ready to go. And, I'm wondering, should I just use the white? Let's see. If I use white and that for my background and that, I'm thinking that might be okay. Let's just do that. Since I have that right there. Okay, so this piece here needs to be, what does it need to be, ladies? It's the same thing over and over. 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So let's cut this to 5 3/8. By 4 1/8. All right. I need a second piece that is 5 1/4. I'm going to tear our edges on that one. And now I need a piece of my cardstock here. And I like it going this way, but I think we're going to turn it this way and go with it. All right. So this needs to be at 2 3/4. I don't know why this guy is not sitting in here nicely. He's not behaving tonight. All right, and then by 4 1/4. So 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. I think I've said it enough times tonight, so you guys should have that down pat. All right. We'll have these 2 pieces together, and then we'll tear our edge. That kind of looks good together too. Oh, before I do this, I want to actually stamp on here and see how that's going to look. So I am going to be die cutting it as well. Right, so we're going to need our large block. Now, if your photopolymer doesn't stick to your block, number 1, clean your block. Number 2, clean the back side of your stamp. Mine's not really sticky, so I'm just going to take it in my chamois right here, and I'm just going to wipe the oils and the lint off from it. That way, it kind of like rejuvenates the stamp. It just needs a little spa day, a little loving, little spa treatment. Don't we all need that? Our stamps do too. Okay, let's take our black memento here. Now, this is when I really wish Stampin' Up! Would have kept vellum, because that would have been awesome for this card. All right, so we're going to cut this right here. All right. You can't see it real well, but we'll make it work. Or do we want to use the other side? Let's see. Well, let's stamp this corner here and see how it turns out. We'll go down here. That's a fun thing about having a pack of Designer Series paper. You can mix and match pieces. It all coordinates. You don't even have to think about it. All right, let's go this way so I can get 2 of them stamped. So I can actually just make 2 cards right away. Yeah, that's much better. And we'll do the this one. All right. And I'm going to stamp this one in this direction. All right. Now I'm kind of setting myself up for 2 cards here. Liking that. All right. So I've got that done. Got this done. Move that out of the way. We're going to go ahead and also grab in a piece of white because I'll need to have my little TV screen. So I'm hoping this piece is big enough. We'll find out in a moment. So here we go. So I've got our TV. Kind of like it with, I don't know, I kind of like this one. All right, and now this is going to be the inside screen for our TV, so that's going to fit right on here. And I want to stamp inside of there. So we have some really fun little sentiments here. You're super, stay tuned for an important message. Newsflash, happy birthday, you're classic. I'm going with happy, well, the happy birthday is going to be on the inside. I'm going to do newsflash. So we'll go ahead and stamp newsflash right here, and I'm going to stamp that in peacock. Been playing with Old Christmas DSP and Old Christmas sets. Oh yeah, definitely post in the group. That would be great. I love to see your guys' creations. Amy, I love that wedding card that you made. All right, newsflash. Okay. Now, because it's a newsflash, we need to have, like, I don't know, lightning bolts or something, right? Well, good thing this has lightning bolts. So, let's go ahead and take some fun color here. You know, we could just use our same peacock. And I'll grab our little lightning bolts there. I have been really rough with my stamps lately. I've actually almost torn a couple, yanking them out of there. So I just want to be a little more gentle. All right, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to just grab a scrap here. Stamp it off. Yeah. So I'm going to do it like right here. I don't know if that's going to work. We'll see. Newsflash. Oh, I don't like where that's positioned. Okay. Let's change this around. I'm just getting the idea of where this is at. Get a little stuff off. All right. So I'll put right there. All right, that'll fit right there. I'm just trying to line this up a little bit better. And we'll put newsflash right here. Okay. And now I kind of feel like, you know, that is wild wheat in there. Maybe we go with a little wild wheat. Okay, we'll use the same thing. You never know what you want, right? At least I don't. Let's try wild wheat this time. All right. I'm going to actually stamp it over on this scrap here. I want to see how dark it's going to be. Oh, I must not have gotten it clean. Okay. Hi, Helen. Oh, dark. All right, so let's get this stamped right here. I don't know why that's so dark, but it is. Let me try this. I think I've got too much ink on my stamp pad here. So let's just pull some of the ink down. Wipe that off. Now we'll try it again. This time we'll turn our paper again. Yeah, I didn't play with this one before I before I decide to make it for y'all. All right. Yeah, we'll now do news flash. Cannot wait for my sale. Come on down. I've actually got all my old 31 totes. I mean, they're new. I use for demonstrating with, but those are all, I gotta get rid of those too. Not rid of them, but they need to find new homes. They need to get used. They're sitting in a closet right now, not being used at all. So, I don't have a lot of purses and stuff like that, but I have totes. Some holiday totes, all sorts of stuff. Lots of wood stamps. That's really what I'm trying to get rid of. But I do have a lot of bundles with them, and I have my old punches I'm going to be disposing of, getting rid of. Again, my loss, your gain. Come shop. Tell your friends. And if you have some stuff that you want out there, Helen, just let me know. I'll put it out there. I think you may have an extra, you know, craft item or two, right? Okay, I'm just putting my things away here so I don't forget to put them away. And then I will finish that card up. All right. Okay. And I've got my die out. I've got that die out. I think we need to have a little antennae. So where did the dies go? There, right in front of me. Okay, so we need a little antennae here. I'll just use that one. And we're going to antennae, and I want a circle. Now, why does this color look different than this color? That's not. All right, before I do the die cutting, I'm going to go ahead and assemble this. Again, same exact thing I did before. Take it there. And don't worry if it's not centered because you're tearing those edges off. Maybe you only want one of the edges torn off. You could do that. I'm just going with 3 cards, 1 layout, doing the same thing. Okay, there's that. Let's go ahead and do our die cutting. I need to trim this down a little bit so it fits in the machine. And actually, if I were really smart, I'd just cut this part too. That way I can just bring in my little die cut machine. Now, the only thing I was thinking about is I need to have my... I cut the wrong piece, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Yes, I did. Oh, I'm a dork. All right, I've got this piece. Oh, this is just... Okay, hold on. This was cut poorly. Let me grab a different one out. There, much better. All right, that one's going to go there. Where's my... piece of the front? That's not the right piece. Did I use it to stamp on? Okay. I may have. Okay. Which piece is the correct size here? I've got too many different ones out. Alright, here it is. Okay. That. I like this one a little bit bigger. There's not as much white showing, so I kind of feel like that works better. So we have our TV there. I need to have something. I need a color to really make that pop. Okay. There we go. That's all that we're doing Wild Wheat. For a long time, I wasn't really using Wild Wheat a whole lot. It wasn't floating my boat here. So, now that I started using it, I'm kind of in a habit here to keep using it. And I need a piece of, we'll use that extra piece of peacock here. Pretty sure I got a little extra piece somewhere to do my antenna there. Okay, Peacock, where are you? Let's grab a piece of Peacock. All right. Hoping that will fit on there. We'll see. I may need a little bigger piece. And of course, wouldn't you know, I don't have a scrap of Peacock available. I have this giant piece. All right. Let's see. Oh my, that's not good. That get on the floor. Okay, where is that little antenna? Will it fit on there? Oh, yes, it will. Woohoo! I don't have to use that great big piece now. Yay. All right. Grab the little antenna. All right. And we'll grab our news flash. All right. And we'll grab our TV. Or back in the day, the boob tube, as I used to call it. So, when you were a child, what was one of your favorite shows to watch? One of my favorites was on Sunday after church, Grandma Goldie would either stop for hot ham and rolls, or we'd stop at McDonald's. She always would get me lunch. If the family was coming over, she would get hot ham and rolls. And I would go and watch Charlie Chan in the TV room. So there was like a back room in her house that's where we went to go watch TV. We didn't watch TV in the living room where everyone else was. They just stashed those kids in the back. But I got to take my lunch in there and eat on the TV tray. My grandpa would come in going, "You're watching that garbage again. You need to turn on National Geographic." Well, National Geographic wasn't always running something on Sunday afternoons after church. So, yeah, that was his thing. He loved National Geographic. Oh, I forgot to cut my circle. One more thing to cut. Hold on, please. I was talking too much. I forgot what I was doing. Family Theater Sunday, yes. Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I watched a lot of Scooby-Doo too, come to think of it. You know, and that was back in the day when you actually had to get up to turn the channel. There were no channel controllers. And really, there was maybe 5 stations? Maybe 6 if we're lucky. Yeah. And my dad would let me stay up on Saturday nights every once in a while with him. And we'd watch the Saturday night theater, Saturday night movies, whatever. And they were always like creepy horror movies. Yeah, he let me do that until I started having nightmares. And then that was the end of that. All right. That really didn't pop as much as I thought it was going to. So, I'll put in this in there. Our news flash. Yeah, I think I'd have to do something else for the TV. What are y'all thinking? We need to make that pop a little bit more. I don't like how it turned out. But, all right. Well, you get the gist of it. You know, every once in a while you get a card that just isn't your favorite. This isn't my favorite, but I love this stamp set, and I just thought it would be a really fun card. Maybe if I colored, that background in. Hold, please. Let's do this. I have blends here. I can make anything happen with a blender brush. Okay. So we'll grab that. I'm going to bring in that scrap piece of paper I had here. I'm going to make a mess. Oh, I didn't even hear that yet. Oh, I'm so good some days. Some days I'm pretty good. What did I do with my stamp pad, though? There it is. Yes, the one with the spider crawling across the book. Exactly. Do you remember? Was like Saturday night at the theater or something like that? I think on Sunday nights was Hee Haw. Well, my folks watched Hee Haw and that kind of stuff. I watched the Hardy Brothers. So in my brother's room, he had a TV. So I would go in there, old black and white TV, and I watched the Hardy Brothers Mysteries. Okay, I think that's going to stand out just a little bit. Yeah, that stands out much more. Liking that. Okay, let's go ahead and adhere this to this. Alright, so I'm going to bring the cards all in, and you tell me which is your favorite. And then tell me which stamp set you have that you're going to try this layout with. I tried to use a variety pack today. Not really one theme. My brain's been running kind of like in squirrel mode, so it kind of fit in with what my brain was doing lately. I've been very busy at my day job. And not able to really be super creative, so sometimes when I just get to play, totally worth it. Okay, so in my efforts to never mind. I was gonna say my efforts to be organized tonight. I misplaced my dimensionals, but they were right in front of me. So I really didn't misplace them. I just was not looking at them. All right. Yeah, I'm really liking, now that I colored that in, I really am liking this card now. It just needed that little extra something. All right, I'm going to put down our circle. Just like that. We're going to put our news flash. I'm going to pop up this, and I'm going to pop up the TV. I know, getting risky, I know. So put this over here. Put a chunk over here. Oh my gosh, I can't tear this off today either. All right. Put this on the inside. All right. Yeah, I definitely want to pop that up. All right, let's take our scissors here and just cut some of these. All right. I'm trying to hurry for this one. All right. I'm really hoping my coleslaw Lawrence Welk. I'm really hoping my coleslaw heals before I have people come over. All right. So this tiny little, the mini little dimensional fits just right behind that little thing. You know, and this could make a really good alien hat. Just saying. I may just have to play around with some punches and this and make an alien hat. I think that'd be really cute. Okay. I'm just going to stick it right there. Alrighty. And now on the inside, I need to stamp happy birthday. And I will be kind of done with my birthday card. Okay. Let's bring this back in. And happy birthday. And I'm going to grab some more of the little, I'm going to grab one of the other shapes here. So you have this fun little, I don't want to call them stars because they're not stars. This fun little doodad shape. Okay. They're black. All right. Happy birthday. All right. We'll get our wild wheat out again. I'm going to take in that spoon again. I can see that some of that color kind of came back to the middle of the pad, so I'm going to move it. So when you get these pads, they're really juicy. So sometimes you just got to move that ink until you've used it enough. Again, I haven't been using this one all that much, so put that there. This reminds me of like the little Bewitched thing, you know? I know I'm dating myself with all the TV shows. Don't forget the foil. What foil? The silver foil for the antenna? I didn't do silver foil for the antenna. Oh, the foil on the antenna. Ah, got it. Okay. I was a step behind there. You were talking about the TVs. Yes. The rabbit ear antennas. Sometimes had to have the foil. Yeah. Okay, let's clean our little mess up here. And we're going to bring back in all the cards so we can see them. I'm just going to move stuff out of the way here, so I don't have to sit and clean up the whole mess. I've got most of it picked up. Okay, so that was our last card. This was our birdhouse card. Again, same style. You could emboss your circles. Okay, there was our seaside wishes. Let me put it this way. And then my original one that I had gotten from Ida. So there we go. So there are our 4 designs. You can do it any stamp set, any designer series paper you have. Quick and easy. I'd love to see what you come up with. And again, tell me at some point, what stamp set do you think you would use for this? I'm sorry, I was reading the comments, so I had to pause for a moment. Can't read and talk at the same time. I can chew gum and walk, but yeah, read and talk, no. All right. Well, have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I'm going to be having some baby time this weekend, and yeah, the tent sale. And then I'm going to be working on all sorts of new classes for September. I've got some really great stamp sets that I got from the new winter mini catalog. Again, if you don't have a catalog or don't have a demonstrator, just reach out to me, let me know, and I can get the catalog in your hands. I would love to earn your business. So just let me know. All right. Well, I'm going to clean up and have a nice, relaxing evening. Take care, everyone. Again, thanks for being here. Love you.